I have the distinct honor of being the president and leader of the CIAC, and it gives me great honor to say welcome to Bossier City for those who are from out of town. At this time, I'd like to introduce State Director of Americans for Prosperity, Scott Simon, to do the introduction for the great governor of Louisiana.
Thank you. This is what a beautiful facility and what a beautiful opportunity we have here today. Great people behind us, and I'm going to introduce you to someone that I met a while back, but incredibly excited to be here for. Americans for Prosperity is working to right-size government and increase individual freedoms. And we had the opportunity in Louisiana to elect somebody to put this thing in charge and to get this done. So as we move forward in Louisiana, as we work to return the joy to be, I think was his the phrase he said when he got elected to Louisiana, about limiting government and getting rid of government overreach. Governor Landry today is going to be with us to sign some bills that is going to do just that. So without further ado, our great governor and his beautiful wife to the state of Louisiana, Governor Jeff Landry and his wife, Sarah. Thank you.
Well, good morning. How are we today? Isn't it a great day to be in Louisiana? I'm telling you, it is unbelievable. I don't know if you saw some of the press that we did on yesterday. We gave some certainty finally once and for all to our energy industry. I know that's important to this area of the state as well. We worked on reducing healthcare costs yesterday afternoon. I'm going to be leaving here and headed to Monroe to do an unbelievable interview with CNBC about some of the projects that are going on. I had said that Louisiana had an opportunity to join the industrial South that we had been lagging upon. And I said that North Louisiana was going to play a role in it. And by God, not only did I promise it, but we meant it, and it is happening. I want to extend my gratitude to Scott Simon and the AFP team, the Louisiana Doge team, Susie Show and the Pelican Institute, Taylor Barra, Patrick Goldsmith, Secretary Bruce Greenstein, and LDH teams. Bruce is with us today as well. And of course, all of the legislators that are present. Because today marks an important milestone that conservatives around this state have yearned for a long, long time. It is a day when we begin to implement policies aimed at promoting self-sufficiency in Louisiana, and finally, once and for all, give our citizens a path from dependence to independence. Before we go into the bills that we're going to be signing, I'd like to share with you all some great news regarding the Louisiana Doge efforts. Our Doge team has been working diligently to establish the tools and foster the relationships necessary to ensure efficiency in our state government like never has happened before. We are committed to responsibly managing our social programs and ensuring that the resources that are allocated to those who truly need it. No longer will the greedy take from the needy in our welfare programs. Starting in the second quarter of this year, we began a verification process for continued eligibility of enrollees in Medicaid, food stamp, which is the SNAP program, and unemployment benefits. By utilizing advanced software, our LA Doge team, working with President Trump's team, is reconciling accounts between the federal government, OMV, Vital Records, and LDH. This coordination is unprecedented. It has never happened in Louisiana. In fact, The White House has told us no other state in the country has worked with their DOGE teams to be able to reconcile these accounts, to make sure that we find the efficiencies, the abuse, and the waste in these systems. For the first time, we're removing Medicaid and SNAP enrollees who reside in other states, but yet are collecting our benefits. Just already in the Medicaid program, we've recognized over $70 million worth of savings. And we established a monthly review process so that we can continuously check to ensure that people who are enrolled in Louisiana live in Louisiana. In July, we're going to implement a similar measure for both the SNAP benefits and Medicaid that quickly removes the deceased individuals from Medicaid and SNAP rolls to prevent posthumous allocations. In August, we will begin to identify and remove illegal aliens from the Medicaid and SNAP rolls using the federal government's SAVE database. It's important to recognize that Louisiana is prioritizing taxpayers by ensuring welfare programs operate efficiently. The upcoming bills that we're getting ready to sign, and I'm going to explain to you, will move our state towards strength, prosperity, and opportunity. Today, we are taking bold steps to reform our welfare system with the goal of helping Louisiana achieve independence. By prioritizing work and self-sufficiency over dependency, we aim to reduce the size of government and safeguard our taxpayers. There are two key welfare reform bills that aim to streamline access. They are House Bill 617 by Representative Kim Carver and House Bill 624 by Representative Stephanie Barrault. These bills help citizens transition, again, from dependence to independence, especially emphasizing work entry. This reform modifies TANF and SNAP, transferring TANF to Louisiana Workforce and the SNAP benefit program to the Louisiana Department of Health. This is important. Why? Because right now, Louisiana is seeing a 127% increase in job opportunities. We have the jobs. We need the people. If you can work, we expect you to work here in Louisiana. The law allows us to create both a single virtual and physical entry point. That's why we call it the one-door policy, where our citizens can apply and receive assistance in moving from dependence to independence, and they do it through employment. During COVID-19, we saw an unprecedented amount of fraud and abuse in our unemployment benefits program. To help restore that balance and bring responsibility back to that program, Representative Troy Hebert introduced House Bill 153, which we will be signing today. It increases the number of required work searches for unemployment benefits from 3 to 5 per week, ensuring that the benefit goes to those actively seeking employment. To protect our business environment, Senator Reese, this is one of my favorite, we're going to sign this landmark bill. It is one that is near and dear to me, and I'm going to tell you why. This is why I'm so excited. When I got to Congress in 2011, and of course the First Lady is going to appreciate this, because what we were given when we got to Congress in 2011, remember, it was that big class that descended on to Washington, D.C. It was the first huge conservative movement. We were given a plan. It was called the Pledge to America. And it was written by John Boehner and our House leadership at the time. Of course, we got much better House leadership today, right? Huh? How about that? We were promised by Speaker Boehner at that time that we would pass a series of bills aimed at curtailing the administrative state by increasing oversight of the regulatory process, because we have saw and continue to see the increase of regulations at the federal level grow. But unfortunately, that infection has come down into the states as well. Unfortunately, as we all know, that pledge was not fulfilled, leading to disappointments of many Americans and conservatives in Congress, like myself at the time. So while I was unable to fulfill that pledge in Congress, Senator Reese, AFP, and these legislators have given me the opportunity to fulfill, so almost a decade later, that promise. This bill fulfills that promise where Congress has failed. Let me repeat this. Louisiana is doing something successfully that Washington, D.C. was unable to do. It's called the REINS Act. And what it does, it reins in agency overreach by requiring newly created regulations to undergo proper legislative oversight and public scrutiny before they are implemented. We get to stop the regulations before they impact us. This protects taxpayers and promotes economic growth. These bills, this complement of bills, along with what our LA Doge team is doing, aim to restore fiscal responsibility and public trust to our welfare programs and to state government as a whole. We are committed to modernizing the administration process to reduce costs by eliminating unused technology, consolidating our contracts, removing duplicative programs. And my administration is committed to enhancing fraud detection and waste management to reduce our costs in our welfare and support programs as well. I would also mention that we are reorganizing the Louisiana Department of Health and the Department of Child and Family Services in order to better use resources, reduce inefficiencies, and save millions annually while we make services more accessible and more effective. The bills signed today fulfill promises made during the campaign to make Louisiana safer, stronger, and more prosperous. And we're proving it each and every day. It's not about the things that people brag about doing. It's about the things that we do. Today, we're not claiming to be doing things. Today, we've done them, and we're going to continue to do it. Today, we deliver on legislation that we collectively, this legislature and myself, has promised the citizens of this state. Inch by inch, we are going to ensure that Louisiana not only is joining this new industrial South, where we recognize great economic opportunity, today, Louisiana continues to lead it. Thank you. And so now we get to sign all these great bills. I would ask Senator Reese, I'm going to use this one first because it's this one's waited so long, you know? I mean, decades, it was crazy. Okay. All right. So what we'll do is we'll sign the bills and the legislators will come up. We'll take some great pictures and have a great time. This is going to be great. So here's Senator Reese's REINS Act. I know this was important to y'all, Scott. Unbelievable. Again, I want to thank AFP for all of their support. It's an unbelievable organization that, again, supports us in creating fiscal restraint in government. Representative Kim Carver. Why don't you and Stephanie both come up, right? I mean, it's a complement of bills. We're gonna, I mean, really and truly, these bills don't, if I sign one and not the other, it doesn't do us any good. Is that right? These two bills are kind of like they're married. Okay. And then finally, Representative Troy Hebert. Troy, you want to come up? Yeah, thank you. This is the unemployment bill. We could have used this bill before COVID, right? Saved us billions. See, you do. Okay, I want to, y'all come up real quick. Let's all get a great picture. I want to tell you something. I think a round of applause really is deserved to these legislators right here, Doty, this whole bunch right here. They are doing a phenomenal job, not only for Northwest Louisiana, but for the entire state of Louisiana as a whole. Please give them a round of applause. All right, thank you.